KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. And brought to you by Matson and the Adahi Tanu program. Cars Plus, reminding you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads up, Guam. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Coming up on Primetime, details involving a shooting up in Dedido. Also tonight, allegations of corruption as senators call for a thorough investigation of public safety agencies implicated in a federal investigation. Plus, your senators are back in session. We've got the latest on their agenda next. Hafa everybody, and good evening. I'm Jason Salas, and a warm hafa to everybody joining us on Facebook tonight, as two investigations in our top news are now underway involving a high-speed chase and shooting up in the northern village of Dedido. Sabrina Salas-Matanani has tonight's top story.
Dedido resident Joshua Bakani and his family receive a frightening wake-up call.
We did hear like gunfires around 3:50 in the morning. My other half woke me up.
Worried for his family, Bakani went outside to see what was happening.
There's a bunch of cops. Then there's this guy yelling, screaming. So I came inside for my own safety.
Police spokesperson Paul Tapau confirms there was a shooting in the area, the result of a high-speed chase that began miles away in the Harmon area along Route 16. Police had attempted to pull over the driver of a silver grayish-colored sedan, but instead he took off.
The pursuit entered to the Dedido proper along the Route 3 area and into the Dedido village, subsequently ending up here in the Latta Avenue area in Dedido. Now, in the midst of the traffic stop, or officers trying to effectuate the traffic stop, two officers had discharged their firearms.
Did the driver shoot?
That one I can't answer.
The driver of the vehicle was transported to the Guam Regional Medical City. His condition is not known at this time. For now, detectives from the Criminal Investigation Division have taken control of the case, and GPD's Internal Affairs has launched an administrative investigation to determine whether proper procedures and protocols were followed. GPD, in the meantime, is not releasing any further details in terms of the reasons why we're attempting to pull over the driver in Harmon and what led up to the officers discharging their firearms in Dedido. And while police investigate, Bakani can't help but feel unsafe.
I'm kind of afraid, and I've been telling my mom, like, it's kind of scary staying around this place because people are crazy.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas-Matanani.
At the current time, no arrests have been made yet. Well, in other news tonight, 46-year-old Jason Siswico is being sought by police for questioning relative to an ongoing criminal sexual conduct investigation. He's considered to be armed and should not be approached. He was last seen in Chalampago, as according to a flyer provided by GPD. You see it now here on your TV screen. His last known employer was the Guam Army National Guard. Police are asking that if you happen to know Siswico's whereabouts, please contact them. Their number, as always, is 472-8911. You can also call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. The National Guard this afternoon issued a statement that it is aware that police are searching for Siswico, who is a Sergeant First Class in the Guard, and they're cooperating with local police in an attempt to locate him. Elsewhere on the island, an African-American Muslim inmate is suing DOC for violating his civil rights. For 11 years, Dominic Felder says that while incarcerated at the Department of Corrections, he was allowed to have his hair braided by his wife as part of his religious beliefs. Now, according to court documents, that all stopped in April when he was issued a memorandum of compliance. Felder states he was blocked from conducting this religious activity without providing any compelling interest, without providing the least restrictive means of providing any alternative to reestablish this practice, which, quote, they abruptly stopped. He also alleges he was hindered from practicing other religious activities relative to his faith. He's seeking up to $300,000 for physical and emotional damage. He's also seeking $20,000 in compensatory and punitive damages from each of the 5 defendants named in his lawsuit. Well, a drug defendant in other news was not present for a Superior Court hearing because she is in cooperation with the federal government for a separate case.
Scheduled to appear in the Superior Court today on 2016 drug charges, but instead delayed because of her cooperation with the federal case. Vicky Lynn Tergezu is in Saipan, but expected to return in a couple of months for negotiations to enter a plea agreement in the Superior Court of Guam. In court today, it was mentioned Tergezu is on supervised release in Saipan, connected to a federal conviction. In April of 2018, she was indicted on federal charges related to drugs and firearm violations. She pled guilty in June 2018. In August of the same year, one of the individuals listed to be considered as a third-party custodian in the case was Zonia Mayor Jesse Blas, who was her boyfriend and pregnant with his child. Court documents also stated he was the third party in her local case. Just this year, the feds requested a reduction in her sentence due to substantial assistance. The feds did not indicate what assistance she provided. You may recall, however, that during Blas's arraignment hearing last week, there was a woman identified as the first official complainant that provided initial information to the FBI regarding Blas's connection to drug traffickers, who was stated to be in a personal relationship with the Zonia mayor. An FBI agent testified during the hearing that she was in Saipan. Tergezu's attorney, William Gavras, would not provide comment on whether the cases were connected.
Our Adriana Cotero reporting there. In other news, a pair of members of the Legislators' Committee on Public Safety are calling for an official investigation into allegations that were made involving local law enforcement agencies during the arraignment hearing of the aforementioned Zonia Mayor Jesse Blas. Our next story is with Chris Barnett.
At least two members of the Legislature's Public Safety Committee are calling for action, even if the committee's chair and vice chair are not.
I think at this point it's really important that DOC, that the judiciary, that Guam Police Department, all of the entities that were implicated in some of these allegations, that they take a look at moving forward with investigating, and if need be, that even an independent entity come in and take a look at what's being alleged here.
During the arraignment hearing of Zonia Mayor Jesse Blas, an FBI agent testifying about corrupt cops, Superior Court marshals, and allegations of $15,000 deals with the Department of Corrections to let inmates out of prison. Blas alleged to have strong ties to law enforcement, being that he was a former police officer and Superior Court marshal. The FBI also gave up a name during the arraignment hearing, Joey Terlahi. Terlahi resigned as the deputy director of DOC and was a former Superior Court marshal himself. He's also the son of Senator Pito Terlahi, the legislature's Public Safety Committee chairman. The senator is also the former mayor of Zonia, and coincidentally, Mayor Blas was his former administrative assistant. Senator Lee says there's a process in place when senators have conflicts of interest.
I think it's really important to think about the legislature as a whole. We have many different committees and many different committee chairs and vice chairs, and that system is in place in any time where a chair or a vice chair might feel conflicted in any situation, that we have somebody else that's ready and willing to step in. And I think that that's something that we should discuss with our colleagues and something that we can consider moving forward.
Senator Therese Terlahi is the committee chair of Justice overseeing the local judiciary. The lawmaker wrote Supreme Court Chief Justice Catherine Merriman seeking information as to the judiciary's efforts to address the allegations. During the mayor's arraignment hearing, the FBI agent mentioning an ongoing investigation into marshals engaging in sexual intercourse with women who had active warrants. In a two-sentence response to Senator Therese Terlahi, the Chief Justice said the judiciary takes the allegations seriously and is reviewing them.
I'm hoping that they're going to find some more, like a review commission or a internal affairs type of review that's really very formal and that gives us confidence that it was objective.
Both Senators Lee and Terlahi agree the public's trust must be restored.
The allegations themselves are so serious and so reprehensible that we all need to be sure that we're acting upon them, that we're not just sweeping these things under the rug, but we're really trying to shine a light there and ensuring that not only this instance is handled in an appropriate manner, but that we send a message to our community that we are not taking this lying down, that we are very clear. And our message is very clear that we have laws in place and everybody must follow the law.
You're right. Public confidence is taking a hit. I live in a village that's very upended right now. We are not sure who we're supposed to be looking to now to ensure safety in the village, right? So we want to ensure that our law enforcement officials are really not compromised.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
All right, thanks so much, Chris. In other island news tonight, 4,000 pages of discovery plus recordings that are not in English for review have allowed defendant William Matanonia's trial date to be continued until a week after New Year's. Judge Joaquin Manabusan granted the motion for continuation in federal court, with trial previously having been set for the 13th of November. Matanonia was indicted for obstruction of justice charges along with his brother, former GPD officer John Boom Matanonia, and former juror Greg Tykenko. They're accused of conspiring to influence the jury to vote not guilty in the Raymond and Juanita Martinez drug case. The Martinez case was moved to California, where the two defendants entered a guilty plea and were sentenced to 2 years in prison. Now, in addition to needing more time to review, the counsel's conflicting schedules also determined that Matanonia's extended trial date to next year. Well, speaking of Judge Manabusan, he granted 2 motions for defendant Jerry Guerrero in federal court. He was arrested for the production of child pornography with a 14-year-old. He motioned for a copy or mirror image of the evidence in order to view it in a confidential manner. On August 30th, while reviewing the discovery at the FBI building in Tamuning, Special Agent Kip was present in the room overseeing them. Defense argued that it was a violation of attorney-client privilege. The government objected and argued that it's standard FBI procedure to ensure copies are not made. According to the government, the discovery is approximately 19 images of child sexual abuse. The court ordered that a mirror image not be made and the viewing to be done at the government facility without the agent in the room. As for the second motion to extend time, the court continued trial until the 14th of January. Well, former active duty service member and DOD contractor Michael McCarran made his initial appearance back in the federal court of Guam after the government petitioned a warrant of arrest and for the defendant to be detained for violating his terms of probation. He was indicted for enticement of a minor and attempted transfer of obscene material to a minor. The court granted a pretrial release that banned him from the and allowed him to return home to the state of Idaho. McCarran violated his conditions of release, so say court documents, after the FBI uncovered that he allegedly posted a nude photo online with the headline, "Visiting from Out of Town." Judge Manabusan scheduled for an evidentiary hearing for October the 16th. Both parties say they plan to have witnesses from off-island testify. Trial and jury selection was previously set for October 29th. And also tonight, access to millions of dollars in Medicaid funding has been extended through November 21st. President Donald Trump signed a continuing resolution, including a provision temporarily continuing a 100% federal Medicaid assistance percentage. Otherwise, our island would have had to come up with almost half in matching funds under the Affordable Care Act. Governor Lulian Guerrero called it a small victory, saying the administration has joined with other insular territories in ultimately seeking Medicaid program parity with the mainland by increasing reimbursement percentages and lifting the current cap that has been imposed on non-states. We are just getting started, everybody. Please keep watching and keep streaming because Primetime continues right after this.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're going to be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're going to be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
Turn up summer with Minute Maid slushies, only at McDonald's. Enjoy 3 refreshingly chill flavors, new sweet peach, blue raspberry, and fruit punch, while summer lasts.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Choose, press, play. Check out the latest flicks at home on Docomo Pacific View It On Demand, powered by TiVo. Here's our top picks for the month. Choose, press, play, and enjoy endless entertainment with View It On Demand, powered by TiVo on Docomo Pacific. Better together.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Prime Time continues on TV8 and Facebook as the rules and regulations for the Recycling Revolving Fund passed unanimously during legislative session today. Sponsor Senator Sabina Perez calls it a milestone of the government's policy of reducing and recycling waste. She credits the Guam EPA staff for their hard work and persistence.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I would like to thank the overwhelming support from my colleagues. But I think it's important that when we all unify behind this idea and that we all work together, government can get things done. And I think not only is it a turning of the tide when it comes to our landfill, because this is one measure that can help divert a lot of our waste from the landfill. I hope to see that this is a turning of the tide of our government to become functional, to become accountable. And I think that's what this bill represents.
Among other things, the policy sets the priorities for the use of the money from the Recycling Revolving Fund. The first such priority is for the proper removal of junked vehicles, tires, batteries, waste oil, and white goods and appliances. Session resumes tomorrow. In other news, earlier in the session, Ana Maria Juanpat Borja was appointed as new legislative counsel as she replaces attorney Julian Uggan. Borja served in a lawmaking branch of the government legal bureau for 5 years. She, of course, is the daughter of former Speaker Judy Juanpat and granddaughter of former Speaker and longtime congressional delegate Antonio Juanpat. Congratulations to her. Also tonight, a Veterans Town Hall meeting on Guam. There is no official word on the matter from our congressional delegate, but the governor says his office has reached out to her for help. Our Chris Barnett has more.
A congressional delegation coming to Guam to look into veterans' issues on island. But no official word from our congressman unless you count a Facebook post from Saturday. The CODEL includes House Veterans Affairs Committee Chair Congressman Mark Takano and Republican American Samoan Delegate Amua Ratawagan, among others. Governor Lulian Guerrero says Congressman Michael Sinicolas' office has reached out to the administration for help in securing a place for a possible Veterans Issues town hall featuring the congressional delegation on Friday.
We're pretty excited about it since it's going to be about veterans and veterans affairs. And so we got notification from the delegate's office, Sahara, asking us if we could help them in providing the venue for the town hall meeting. So we'll be doing it here.
And here is Government House in Agana Heights. House Manager Andrea Finotnia telling KUAM News she's been instructed to work with the delegate's office to secure the venue for Friday. A source familiar with the CODEL telling KUAM News the delegation will arrive on Guam Friday morning and leave less than 24 hours later on Saturday. From there, they're scheduled to go to Manila and then return to Saipan for 2 days. Meanwhile, CNMI delegate Kalili Sablan on Saturday announced a date and time for his Veterans Town Hall with the same CODEL. Sablan posted the news on his official Facebook account. A Veterans Listening Tour will be held on Saipan Monday from 9 to 11 a.m. at American Memorial Park. The governor entertained a visit from Veterans Affairs Secretary Robert Wilkie recently, and she says she'll use the opportunity to follow up on concerns she expressed on behalf of local veterans with visiting congresspersons.
I'm certainly going to really advocate for a veterans center here where we can process benefits and eligibilities and so forth right here and then off to DC. So that would be expedited and it also be more efficient for our veterans.
Congressman Sinicolas had posted on his campaign Facebook account that the visit of a Veterans Affairs Committee chair was the first of its kind for Guam, but it is not. The former Republican House Chair of Veterans Affairs, Congressman Jeff Miller, came to Guam during former Congresswoman Madeline Berdallo's term in 2013. San Nicolas has since deleted the post that said the 2019 visit was historic and replaced it with a post that said the visit was the first of its kind in, quote, nearly a decade. It's no secret the delegate and the administration have been at odds on several issues, but the governor said when it comes to veterans, there's no time for squabbling.
There's no room for conflict or controversy in that situation.
We sent emails to the congressman to get more information about the potential town hall for veterans so we could pass the word along, but Delegate San Nicolas doesn't respond to KUAM News. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
For the time being, Adelup says the congressman's office has requested to use Government House from 5:30 to 7 in the evening on Friday. Should that visit hold through, it'll mark the first trip to the island for San Nicolas since allegations of campaign finance abuse and an alleged affair with a mistress who was eventually hired as a staffer by the delegate were raised by his former chief of staff. In other island news headlines, the remaining 3 fire recruits from GFD's 21st fire cycle graduated this morning during a ceremony at Government House. Before family, friends, dignitaries, and their GFD brothers and sisters, newly pinned firefighters George Mesa, Justin Uggan, and Nathaniel Untalan took the oath of service. The 3 were called to military service for deployment at different times of the academy last year, and once returning, they picked up their academics and hands-on training. The new firefighters complete the 21st cycle. Congratulations to those gentlemen. That's very hard work. Well, this morning at the Hyatt Regency, Humanities Guahan held a press conference announcing the 4th Eat Your Heritage Food Democracy Tour, Fiestan Salu Salo, celebrating the flavors of Guam and our friends in the Philippines. The tour features special guest chefs Joy Ong and Mylene Valdez, who throughout the week will conduct a series of workshops at the island's public high schools, along with GCC and throughout the community.
I know Guam because I lived here for 5 years, it's very exciting that I will be able to share my knowledge, in baking and then using, local ingredients.
I used to live here and work here with this awesome chefs, and I'm very honored to be back. Thank you for inviting us. And I'm lucky to be working with Chef Peter, Chef Mirko again, Chef Angelo, and Chef Jasmine, which they were all like young and, kids before. And I'm excited to share my knowledge of the cuisine.
The tour culminates in a 5-course dinner event on Saturday featuring a special menu of locally sourced ingredients. Chefs Ong and Valdez will collaborate with local chef Peter Duenas, who you saw there, along with Paul Kerner, Mirko Augustini, Angelo Lacson, and Jasmine Nandres, preparing a culinary interpretation celebrating the flavors and cultures of Guam and the PEI. Please stay tuned. There's more coming up.
Agent Alpha. What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it.
Agent Alpha.
In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha.
Yes!
The University of Guam needs you to make a difference for our island. The Household Income Expenditure Survey, or HICE, needs your help. The HICE data is about us, the people of Guam, and our future. Participation in the survey will help every home with pay raises, create community programs, improve schools, and make living on Guam more affordable. If your home is selected, you have a voice in our future. All survey workers have official identification and signage on their vehicle, so if you see them in your neighborhood, say hi and ask how you can help.
All information is confidential and protected by law. If you would like to know more, call the HIES office at 735-2051 or 2060.
You didn't ask for it, but boy, are you gonna want it. Introducing the new stuffed Cheez-It pizza from Pizza Hut. You're welcome.
Hi.
Half a day, hungry drivers. Are you spending more time on the road? Shell has teamed up with Wendy's so you can buy fuel and eat free. Just fuel up 7 gallons at any Shell station and get a coupon for a Wendy's cheeseburger or chicken nuggets. Or use 2 coupons to redeem a Wendy's cheeseburger meal with fries and a drink. Fuel up at Shell today because this deal won't last long. Quality service, fuel, and food from Shell and Wendy's.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We get the show started tonight with high school football between the GW Geckos and Teason High Titans over at the GW Field. The game was a defensive battle between both teams. Check it out. Teason High with trouble getting a clean snap to the quarterback. Ball's low. GW's William Rios gets in on the sack. Rios finished the game with 4 sacks on the night. Deep pass here by Enrique Macias to Brendan Cruz, who hauls in the pass for the big gain. The Geckos moving the ball with their running game. Makai Blas bounces the ball to the left side of the field for a few yards. Play action pass here by Macias. Hits a wide open Gabriel Gilbert in the end zone for the touchdown. G-Dub with a 7-0 lead, adding another 2 points after the snap on a punt attempt by Travis Beneventi goes over his head. Keanu Salas with the interception for the home team. Salas with a pick 6 takes it the other way for the score. The touchdown would get called back on a penalty for a blindside block. This game was all about defense for Teason. The Geckos driving downfield, deep in Titans territory. Macias rolling out of the pocket, looking for an open receiver. Tries to throw the ball on the run and gets picked off by David Mojica. Mojica with 2 interceptions. The Geckos held on for the win 13-0. Teason gave up 3 safeties in the loss. In other games, the Friars keep their win streak intact behind their 43-0 shutout win over the Southern High Dolphins. The Simon Sanchez Sharks beat out the JFK Islanders 39-7. Games for this week on Friday, the undefeated Father Duenas Friars will look to keep that undefeated streak going when they face the Teason High Titans. The Simon Sanchez Sharks will be taking on the George Washington Geckos. GW looking to stay in that second spot with a win over the Sharks. On Saturday, the Guam High Panthers will be taking on the Southern High Dolphins down at Southern High. In basketball news, the Pacific Industry Basketball League, hosted by Guam Elite Basketball and the Guam Basketball Confederation, will be tipping off its 3rd season on October 4th and run through December 7th. All games will be played at the Jungle in Mingilao. A total of 16 teams will be split into 2 divisions. There will be a co-ed rec and a men's open division. Returning teams include men's open division champions MBI Guam, co-ed rec runners-up IT&E. New teams to the league include Deucet, Seagirl MVP, and Pacific Unlimited Industry. Games will be played on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the week and on Saturdays and Sundays. Make sure to follow Guam Elite Basketball on Instagram for schedules and updates.
It is the spirit within us, our soul, our essence that drives us to seek a better way, to create beauty and enrich the senses, to inspire fulfilling lives, to be at one with our earth and protect those who we love. Only by taking on challenges do we change the world for the better.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist. Over 20 years of experience.
Cheers to WineFest 2019 at Hyatt Regency Guam. Enjoy an evening with wines from around the world on Friday, October 4th, as Hyatt Regency's Grand Ballroom transforms into an international vineyard. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. with over 150 wines for your sophisticated palate. General admission tickets are $88 and platinum tickets are $200 and are available at the Hyatt Deli or online at tpiguam.com. Purchase your tickets today. Must be 21 years or older to attend. Savor the wines of the world at WineFest 2019.
What are y'all in line for?
Oh, this place has an insane new toasted cheddar dish.
Wow.
All the food blogs are raving about it.
There's a new food obsession sweeping the nation.
They toast the cheddar in a cool way, but not like an obvious cool way.
And there's only one place to get it.
A toasted cheddar chalupa. Incredible.
This place is gonna be big.
Toasted cheddar baked on the shell of a chalupa. The all-new Toasted Cheddar Chalupa. Only at Taco Bell.
All right, here are tonight's birthday shout-outs, courtesy of our friends at Cold Stone Creamery.
There are many Keith Guerreros on the island, but to this one we say happy birthday. This is coming with lots of love from your family. Tian James Cruz also has birthday number 1 today, and to our little dinosaur Tian. Mommy and Daddy and the family say they're so proud of you, and they send all of their love. It is happy birthday number 64 to Francis G. Toves. This is coming from your hubby Joe and your entire familia. We also have a belated birthday wish going out tonight. This one goes to Raymond Santos, who celebrates Sweet 16. We love you. Say Uncle George, Auntie Els, Rodney Joe, Tita, William, and Ryan Gray. Everybody out there, we hope you had the best birthdays ever from KUAM and Cold Stone Creamery.
So if you are somebody's little dinosaur, make sure that you get them registered with the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just go to KUAM.com and hit the link that says birthdays. All right, please stay tuned. The after party is next.